Well, it wasn't pretty, but it's a win, and we'll take a win. It's easier to watch film after a win. It's easy to communicate with the guys after the win, and the good thing is we get to play them again and hopefully correct some of the sloppiness of the game. But I thought our guys competed at the very least, and I thought they executed down the stretch, which was a major point of emphasis for us into that fourth quarter.
All right, we'll get started with a few questions. If you've got questions, please raise your hand. We will go to Kelly Kroll.
Coach, you got some really great performances, I feel like, out of a couple of guys, but a season-high 25 from DeAndre Hunter. How have you seen his maturity just continue to evolve this season?
I think his game is similar to his personality. He's just steady. He's consistent worker. He's a consistent performer. He's got the challenge of chasing guys around on the defensive end and really not being a focal point offensively, but finding his rhythm on the second side. We have opportunities to post him. We can space him. He's in position to attack downhill. He's consistently getting to the free throw line. And so I think the steady part of his game is the balance of which he plays and the balance of which we can use him.
Would you say the same thing almost for Clint Capella and the tone that he just seems to continue to set on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, he was our guy tonight. They had 38 points in the paint. I think he does a tremendous job contesting, showing his length, coming in and rebounding, being able to ignite our offense when we can rebound and run. And then he's doing a good job playing behind the defense and just getting some easy opportunities, getting to the free throw line. He's starting to shoot it with more confidence. We got to get him there more so he can build his confidence even more at that line. But, those two guys are the anchors of our defense. Dre defending the top perimeters and Clint just manning up behind at the rim. And I think they've been consistent and they've been getting better every game.
Sarah Spencer.
Lloyd, obviously more turnovers than you'd like. What did you see as some of the main
That's
reasons?
an understatement.
What can you see? What can you see as the reason for those, and how can you clean that up moving forward?
We talked about execution last game, and execution sometimes you think of as just being in the fourth quarter, and that's been a concern for us. But our inability to execute in the first half was we continue to try and play fast, and then when we don't have anything, we stay unorganized. And a lot of our turnovers is instead of just settling down and getting us organized into a set, we just start making up things. And obviously the ball was slippery and it's just flying all over the place, and we're throwing lazy passes and cross-court passes, whatever the reason may be. But we just have to settle ourselves down and get organized if we don't have easy and early opportunities. And it was balanced. It wasn't just one guy. I thought all of our guys, played that way tonight when they had those random opportunities.
Chris Kirshner.
Going back to DeAndre, what's impressed you the most with how he's played so far this season?
I would say attacking. If for some reason he starts the game and his first 2 or 3 shots seem to be threes, and make or miss, I think he kind of gets in his own way. And then after that, he gets back into attack mode. He's running out in transition. It seems like he gets a foul a game of just running and attacking on that wing. When he catches it on perimeter, he's looking to get into the paint, and he's been able to get to the free throw line there. And then we're able to post him. But I just think he's in attack mode. I think other than those first 2 or 3 shots, I think the rest of the game, he's in attack mode, and it's good to see. I thought tonight him getting a tech was a positive. You're starting to see some fire. You're starting to see some passion. You're starting to see some intensity from a guy who's pretty reserved, and I like his level of engagement, and that was just an example of it today. He's attacking the rim. He didn't think he was getting calls. They called a foul on him. He was just trying to make his point about his ability to attack, and he wants to be rewarded.
Ben Steiner.
Hey, Coach, before the game, you talked about containing D'Angelo and Malik. Do you think you guys did a good job at making sure they didn't take over the game?
Down the stretch, not so much. I think Beasley hits 2 threes late. D'Angelo, we lose him, and he gets one on the on the baseline out of bounds or side out of bounds play. But I thought for the most part, guys in this league that are going to shoot 20-plus attempts in a game are going to be hard to contain. I thought we did what we needed to do to make them work, to try and take them out of some actions. We try to contest. They're slippery. They got the green light, so you're not going to stop those guys. But aside from the fourth quarter, the late threes that they got, I thought our guys competed and really made it tough for them all night.
Jamila Johnson.
Hey, Coach. When Trey got into that foul trouble, you put Brandon Goodwin out there. What'd you like from him? You guys have kind of been singing his praises already for the past few games. So
Brandon goes 1 for 10 tonight, and it doesn't bother me one bit because his contributions were on the defensive end. He's chirping with D'Angelo, but to me, D'Angelo feels a guy if he's got to talk to him as much as he was. And that's what Brandon brings to our table. He's a guy that's going to pick up for 94 feet. He's going to get into the basketball. He's going to pick up the tempo for us offensively and then help us get organized. But I think he's just bringing great leadership, great energy. He's setting the tone for our defense by picking up. And he's been doing that the last couple of games, and that's why he's out there.
George Henry.
Yeah, Lloyd, I apologize if you've already answered this, but can you speak to what Clint Capella has meant the last few weeks? He's really turned it on for you.
Yeah, just the anchor of our defense. A guy that's down there. More importantly, the defensive rebounding. I know he's a great rebounder. I know he gets a lot. But it really makes it enjoyable to have a guy that is going to secure a rebound and allow us to get out and run. And he's not going to lead the league in blocks. That's really not the strongest part. He will contest, he will challenge, he will alter shots. But securing defensive rebounds, I think, is where he's tremendous because it gives us an opportunity to get out and run, and we need to play that way. And we have a guy back there that's doing it. And I think he's being rewarded on the other end as well, just his activity and being able to play behind the defense. And just having the fives have to defend and pick and roll is tough. When you're guarding Trey and you're using your fives. I think sometimes when we go small, you can put some fours or John in there and they can switch or buttle it up a little bit. But a guy that comes up and can set screens, that can get behind the defense, it makes it tough. So just really excited for his play, his growth, him really joining in. There's a while where you're trying to see if he's fitting, if his conditioning's there. He hasn't played in a long time, but I think he's settled in here with our guys now.
Thank you.
John Stinson.
Congratulations, Coach. With about 3 minutes left to go in the game, Minnesota cut it to 6. What was your message to the team and your attitude toward them finishing this game?
I thought it was the communication on some of the pin downs with Beasley, understanding they need threes and quick scores to get back in the game and the inability to communicate on those 2 possessions. Just really want to lock in defensively what we need to do, what they're looking to do, and see if we can, A, make them use some clock on their possessions, and B, just take away the 3-point shot. And so we needed to apply some pressure. We needed to switch out on some of their guys and give them some different looks.
Got 2 more. First from Brad Rowland.
You used a pretty short rotation, I think only 9 tonight and only 8 in the second half. Is that what the plan was going in, or just shortened it up because it was a close game?
I thought we had a bunch of guys that were playing well, and, I didn't want to just play guys. I thought Dre was really critical of being out there. And I thought Kevin was playing extremely well, and I wanted to keep those guys on the court as much as I could. Trey obviously gets in foul trouble, and so, BG ended up playing a lot of minutes. And, I was going to go to Big O, but the game, we never really stretched the game out. And I thought there was going to be some times to get him in and get some energy. But the way Clint and John were playing and to bring Big O in the second half in a tighter game, I thought would have been a gamble. We missed our opportunity early. So we just stuck with the guys that pretty much got us there.
Final question from Edwin Powell.
32 assists tonight for you guys, Coach. Were you pleased with the ball movement?
You're breaking up, Edwin.
I said you guys had 32 assists tonight. Were you pleased with ball movement?
I was discouraged with turnovers. It's one of those games where you look at it and say, well, finally, we have 30 plus. And it's a game where you had 26 turnovers. So this easily could have been a 40 plus assist game. We got to take care of the basketball because when we had good possessions, when we were organized, we were able to get assisted baskets. And so, valuing the possession is extremely important, and especially in a night where you got it going, you don't want to give up your possessions. And I thought we were sloppy for most of the game, but when we were organized, yes, I was extremely pleased with our guys.